A rookie cop arrested a Hell's Angel by mistake. Minutes later, 100 bikes blocked the road. The sun was setting over the winding highway just outside of Reno, casting long shadows across the asphalt. Officer Eli Carter adjusted his stiff uniform collar for the 100th time that day. Fresh out of the academy and only 3 weeks into his first solo patrol, Eli was still learning how to mask his nerves with authority. His heart pounded every time a car passed. Even the quiet hum of a sedan made his hand twitch toward his radio. Then he saw him. A massive figure astride a gleaming black Harley-Davidson, leather vest patched with skulls and wings, beard braided with steel beads, eyes hidden behind mirrored sunglasses. One of them, a Hell's Angel. Eli's academy instructor had drilled into him, "They're not your average bikers. One mistake near them and you'll regret it." What he didn't know was that the man, Silas Grave Malone, was just returning from visiting his sister's grave. She'd passed from cancer a week earlier. Today he wore no colors, just a plain leather vest. But Eli didn't see grief. He saw threat. "Step off the bike, sir," Eli called, voice cracking slightly. "Keep your hands where I can see them." Silas sighed. He was used to this. He slowly dismounted, raised his hands. "You got the wrong guy, officer." But Eli had just spotted a vague bolo bulletin about a stolen bike, a description too broad, too rushed. Convinced he was doing his duty, he snapped cuffs on Silas's wrists. "You're under arrest." Silas didn't resist, but as the cuffs clicked shut, a low growl rose in his throat. "You're gonna regret this, kid." He shoved him into the back of his cruiser, heart racing. "Stay put." And that's when the earth began to tremble. First one bike, then 5, then 50. Within minutes, 100 Harleys roared onto the highway from both directions, engines snarling like a pack of wolves. Riders in vests, bandanas, and boots surrounded the cruiser, their faces unreadable, their silence more unnerving than any shout. His radio crackled. "Carter, status report." He couldn't speak. His hands shook on the steering wheel. Then Silas spoke from the back seat, calm as a mountain. "Open the door." Eli hesitated. I can't." "You made a mistake, not a crime. But if you keep me cuffed like some common thief, you'll start a war you can't win, and one you don't understand." Trembling, Eli stepped out. The bikers didn't move. They didn't yell, they just watched. One by one, they lifted their sunglasses. And in those eyes, Eli didn't see rage. He saw sorrow, brotherhood, loyalty. The lead rider, a grizzled man with a silver beard and a patch that read President, stepped forward. "You got a name, rookie?" Eli Carter." "Well, Eli," the man said, voice rough but steady, "you just arrested a man who buried his sister yesterday. A man who's fed half this town during the wildfires, who's donated every Christmas toy to the children's hospital, who's never once thrown a punch unless someone needed defending." Eli's stomach dropped. I didn't know." "No," the president said. "You didn't ask." Silas stepped out of the cruiser, rubbing his wrists. "He was just doing his job," he said to his brothers. "Leave him be." But then he turned to Eli. "But a good cop doesn't just see patches and tattoos. He sees people." The silence stretched. A breeze carried the scent of leather and gasoline and something deeper, humanity. Eli swallowed hard. I'm sorry, sir. Silas studied him for a long moment, then nodded. You'll do better next time. And just like that, the line of bikes parted. Engines rumbled to life, not in anger, but in unity. One by one they rode off into the sunset, leaving Eli standing alone on the highway, changed. Later that night, Eli sat in his quiet apartment, replaying the moment in his mind. He thought about how easy it was to fear what you don't understand, how judgment blinds you to truth, and how sometimes courage isn't about force, it's about humility. The next morning he filed a correction report. Then he bought a bouquet of white lilies and left them quietly at the cemetery outside town, at a grave marked Maggie Malone, beloved sister. Weeks later, while patrolling the same highway, Eli spotted a familiar bike pulled over, hood up on a stranded minivan. Silas was under the hood, grease on his hands, while two kids watched in awe. Eli slowed his cruiser. This time, he didn't reach for his cuffs. He reached for a wrench. And together, under a wide Nevada sky, a rookie cop and a Hell's Angel changed an oil filter. And maybe, just maybe, each other. This story moved you? Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, ACA Story Tales. We believe in second chances, unseen heroes, and the quiet moments that reveal the best of us. Drop a comment below. Have you ever been judged before someone knew your story? More emotional tales of compassion and courage await. Don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss a moment that touches the soul. Thanks for watching.